Hello, my lovely financial fashionistas. This is Joy with Joyful Budgeting Co. and welcome to a special bi-weekly cash stuffing session. Today we're doing a 2-for-1. We're stuffing our variable envelopes that I wasn't able to get to this past 2 weeks, and we're pulling the cash to reconcile the debit card transactions. I had to make 4 items that would normally come straight out of my cash wallet. Life called and the card got used, and today we're making it right. This is what a real budget looks like. Not perfect, but always coming back to alignment. Let's get stuffing. So we know that we usually have $410 to put towards our envelope. So we've got 50, 1, 52, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, 4, 5, 10. So we've got $410 to put towards our envelopes. And for gas, we usually have $200. So let me get that 200 out here. And over the last 2 weeks, we have spent $120 in gas. So I'm going to take this 120 right here, and we are going to set it to the side on top of our calculator, which means that we have a total of $80 left to put towards our mini challenges. So we will place these funds right here. And then for groceries, we normally have $75 per week. So I'm going to grab that out of here, which means that we have $150. I will count this out to make sure that's what we've got. We've got 50, 120, 40, 5, 50, $150. And we spent $78.79. I'm going to round that to $80. So we're going to put that $80 here to the side, and we will be adding an additional $70 to our funds for our rollover / mini challenges over here. And then next, we usually do our spending. No, we usually do the kids. And for the kids, we should have $40 here. So that's 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, $40. The kids did not spend any of this money, but they did spend some of what they had in their envelope. So with this $40, the kids only had $3 left. So that's 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3. So they now have $43 in their envelope. And for me, I give myself $10 per week, so that's $20. And now in spending, I have 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 300, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So $315 in spending. So I'm going to put these back in my wallet, and I'm going to get the envelope for what goes back to the bank. So for back to the bank, we have 50, 150, 70, 95, $200 that is going back to the bank. We're going to put that in this envelope here. It's miscellaneous, but we're going to use that for what goes back to the bank. Now, for our mini challenges, let's take a look and see how much we have to roll over. It's 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 40, 50. $150 is what we have to roll over. And if I'm not mistaken, in our rollover mini challenges, the only thing we are saving for at the moment is back to school. So this should be 85 here. So it's 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. So yes, I am correct. We are only putting money towards our school savings. So before I get started distributing, I'm going to say that today on 6/4 of 26, we are adding $150 to our rollover challenges, which means that thus far this year, we have rolled over a total $1,693 for the year in rollover funds. And now for our school savings, once we add this $150, let's see how much we've got and how many of these we can now check off. Because I know we had a little left over from last week. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 54. So that's the 400 we've got here. And we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 76, 77, 78. Oh boy, almost. So we've got $578. So we can check off just one more of these and we are getting close to our $800 goal. I'm going to start looking to see what else I had on the list. These mini challenges are things that I wasn't able to budget to save towards, but would like to save towards. Financial fashionistas using my debit card instead of cash and falling behind on my variable envelopes could have sent me into a shame spiral. But here's what I know. Proverbs 16:9 says that in our hearts we plan our course, but the Lord establishes our steps. I planned to stuff every weekend. I planned to use cash for everything. But God allowed a season where the steps looked different. And my system was flexible enough to handle it. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us there is a time and a season for every activity under heaven. There is a season for perfect cash envelope living, and there's a season for adapt now and reconcile later. Both seasons are real, both have wisdom in them. The reconciliation we are doing today, pulling cash to cover what the card handled, that's not defeat. That's wisdom. That's stability. Not a rigid system that breaks when life gets hard, but flexibility framework that always finds its way back to alignment. That's what we're building here. Financial fashionistas, those variable envelopes are now stuffed and those debit card transactions are reconciled. May is getting very close to being closed out clean. That's what a flexible, faithful budget looks like in real life. Thank you for doing this with me today. Your consistency doesn't have to be perfect to be real. This is Joy with Joyful Budgeting Co. Stay fabulous, financial fashionistas, and I'll see you in the next video.